051 Rose, real name Ricky Anderson, is a gang member and rapper from Chicago, Illinois. He was born in 1989 in the south side of Chicago. He grew up in a crime-ridden area, and he would soon succumb to the same circumstances of those around him. From when he got arrested for the first time at 10 years old, he's been constantly in and out of jail.
For the first time at 10, receiving possession stolen vehicle. Oh my God, that nigga was stealing cars at 10 years old. Battery, aggravated battery, aggravated battery, aggravated battery, aggravated. This nigga was just fighting school employees. His ass been a goofy. He 49th and Drexel. That's right there on 051 right there. 48th and Drexel. Yeah, he from the hood. He from right there.
From when he got arrested for the first time at 10 years old, he's been constantly in and out of jail for crimes such as robbery, drug possession, and assault. He would soon turn to guns, and his criminal activity would turn to a whole other level. He became a member of a gang called 051
It's crazy watching young niggas crash out like that, though.
Is a renegade set in Chicago, primarily consisting of Mickey Cobras, but also has some Black P Stones as well. 051's territory ranges from 48th and Drexel to 51st and St. Lawrence, with their main block being located on 51st and Cottage Grove. They are one of the main sets in Chicago
and Drexel, but yeah, you could say Cottage,
that rep the slogan BDK, standing for Black Disciple Killer. 051 Young Money is known for heavily beefing with Black Disciple sets such as THF 46, THF 44, 600, O Block, and other sets like Motown, Murder Town, and Welch World. Another one of their main enemies is a Gangster Disciple set called Taekwon World, or TW for short. 051 is allied with other sets such as 757, Geo Drive, East End, MOB, and Princeton Mob. Rose was wild. There's videos of him pushing a cop and attempting to flee the scene when the cop was trying to arrest him.
I ain't gonna run. Don't over there. 2310, but hold it over there. Walk back over here.
I think I might have seen this video though. He pushed him in red, right?
Squad, they trying to get away. Step it up.
Go. Description.
Wrong.
Alright, take your time.
Look at him. He's tweaking with him.
Shit wrong.
You better run.
Back up. I'm telling you to stop. I didn't do anything. Put your arms behind your back. I didn't do anything.
You should have been red, nigga. What the fuck you wait so long to run for? Why do I feel like I just watched this video?
Black hair, black dreads. Right there, right there.
That nigga gonna stop running.
Over the years, Rose would establish himself as one of the main shooters/killers in 051. In a Facebook post, he bragged about how he's been shooting up his ops block since he was 13 years old. One day, a content creator explored an abandoned Chicago police station, and inside it were posters of notable Chicago gang members that were being investigated. Rose was one of the members with the poster, and in the poster, he was
is a Mickey Cobra Stone, who is a known shooter for the faction. Well, this is some goofy, crazy shit, folks. He's for the faction in the area of 50th and Drexel in the 21st District. He is believed to be the offender in several shootings where victims were members of 4-6 Terror Crew. Anderson should be considered armed when approached.
Described as a known shooter for 051 that should be considered armed and dangerous.
That's crazy.
In another incident, when he survived an attempt on his life, police described Rose as a hitman for Young Money. His lifestyle of a killer would rise to a new level following the death of two of his close friends.
The death of Los. I heard about Los before.
On March 13th, 2008, a member of 051 named Los, named Carlos Meros, was
fucking 10 years old.
Outside his home on South Drexel Boulevard, celebrating his birthday with 15 to 20 friends. A member of a set called Drexside named Franco, renamed France Witten, pulled up in a van at approximately 2:45 p.m. in front of the party to drop off two passengers. After Franco let the passengers out, Los, who was talking on his cell phone, approached the car. Franco then allegedly stuck a gun out of the driver's side window and shot Los twice.
Damn.
After he fell, Franco then allegedly shot him 3 more times, then drove off. Los would later be declared dead at just 20 years
Shot him
old.
3 times after he
051
fell?
and Drexide were not enemies at the time. In fact, they were actually allied together, so it was surprising to see a prominent member killed in a personal beef and not by ops.
Right.
Franco would be charged with first-degree murder for this incident and was ultimately found guilty and sentenced to 55 years in prison. Following this
Don't drop the
incident,
soap,
Rose
ladies
and
and
051
We got him.
would take a big loss that would lead to one of the deadliest wars in Chicago history.
Zico. Oh yeah, when he died, that was some shit, boy.
On September 27, 2008, a member of 051 named Zico, real name Isaiah Walker, got into an altercation with someone outside of McDonald's in
Crazy,
Chicago's
this
South
almost 20 years
Side.
ago.
The person Zico was arguing with was a THF 46 member named Aki Walton. In the heat of the argument, Aki allegedly pulled out a gun and shot Zico multiple times. Zico would later be declared dead at just 18 years old.
Hold on, y'all. This is my clothing brand. I need y'all to go support your boy, okay? And supporting your boy with some pretty cheap clothing, all right? And you gonna be fly and fresh as hell, man. All right. Link in the description. They.us. Go shop.
Following the murder, Aki would go on the run to Indianapolis, and he was successfully able to evade police for a while. Eventually, his luck would run out after an anonymous tipster told police that Aki had been seen at the home of a relative in Indianapolis. The police would arrest him there and extradite him back to Chicago to face his charges. Aki was charged with first-degree murder and ultimately sentenced to 27 years in prison for Zico's death.
Don't drop the soap,
Ladies
my
and
guy.
We got him.
So 27 years plus 2009. So it's already been, damn, so he get out his parole date. Okay, so his discharge date is 2039. Oh my God, nigga. So the day started in 2010. He can't get parole until 2036. So we got, what is that? Got that 8 more years left? Crazy, right?
THF 46 would later go on to become 051's biggest enemy, and countless bloodshed would occur between the two. Rose would allegedly be the one to take vengeance against THF 46 into his own hands.
The death of Quint.
On April 8, 2011, a group of people were standing outside on a sidewalk in the 800 block of East 46th Street when a car pulled up and someone hopped out of the car and started shooting at them. 3 people in total were shot when the gunman hopped back into the vehicle and fled the scene. One of the people shot was a member of THF 46 named Quint, renamed Quentin Turner, and he was shot in the back of the head and taken to Mercy Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at just 18 years old. The 2 other men that were shot were THF members Bezu and Rome. They sustained serious injuries,
Bezu got shot in that
THF
altercation?
members Bezu and Rome.
That's
They
crazy.
sustained serious injuries, but ultimately were able to survive. It is widely rumored that members of 051, particularly Rose, were allegedly responsible for this incident. In fact, members of 051 would claim responsibility on social media. Following this incident, Rose would continue to be in and out of jail/prison, but he would eventually kill again.
Oh, he killed Babo too?
Serious questions tonight for the Cook County State's Attorney. How did prosecutors miss a deadline to bring a defendant to trial?
Murder
yeah, I
charges
remember
had to be
watching
dropped,
something
and the
about this.
23-year-old man was released from county jail, only to be shot to death moments later. Here's
Yeah, I
CBS
remember
2's
that.
Jim Williams.
As Kamari
Crazy
Belmont
shit.
sat in Cook County Jail charged with murder, the clock started running.
We want accused people, we want victims, witnesses, everybody. We want them to have a speedy trial.
Prosecutors had 120 days to bring Belmont to trial under
Yeah, I
the
remember
state's
that.
speedy trial statute. They didn't get it
That
done
shit ain't
and
work.
had to drop the murder
They had-
charges.
yeah.
Michael
It's crazy,
Johnson was
right?
Belmont's attorney.
In all my years, and I've handled hundreds of murder cases, the first time this has ever happened to me.
Minutes after Belmont posted bond
Damn,
Monday night and
hundreds
left
of murder cases? Shit.
county jail, someone in this SUV fired shots at the 23-year-old. He didn't make it to the hospital.
On March 6, 2017, a member of THF 46 named Babo, renamed Kamari Belmont, was given a bond after Cook County prosecutors dropped the murder charges he was facing after allowing too much time to elapse under the state's speedy trial statute. The robbery charges Babo was facing were made, and he was ordered held on a $100,000 bond. At 5:30 p.m., a friend of Babo posted the bond, and he was released at 11:12 p.m. Babo was a few blocks from the jail when a white SUV pulled up to his car on California Avenue and someone inside started shooting. Babo was hit several times. The SUV ran a red light as it sped off and crashed into a car near Interstate 55. Those inside ran away. Babo collapsed in the street and died at the scene at just 23 years old. Paperwork would later be released naming Rose as one of the gunmen in this incident. Rose was never pursued on these charges as the investigation couldn't move forward due to a lack of sufficient evidence to secure a conviction. Rose would escape prosecution on this murder, but the next murder he allegedly committed would land him behind bars.
Oh, so he locked up right now?
On July 9,
he would've been passed
2020,
away,
a member
the way they
of
was
Poppy
talking.
Gang named Delonte McDaniel was standing outside of a convenience store at about 3:39 p.m. in the 400 block of South Laramie Avenue when someone approached him and opened fire. Delonte was struck in the head and chest and was taken to Stroger Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at just 36 years old. On August 27, 2020, Rose was arrested and charged of first-degree murder in connection with Delonte's death after police traced the vehicle using the shooting and connected it to him. Additionally, Rose's Facebook account had a picture of him wearing the same outfit that the shooter was described as wearing.
Fucking idiot.
If convicted, he could spend the rest of his life in prison.
He's gonna get convicted from what it sounds like. It sounds like his ass one of them stupid motherfuckers on bro grave. Like, how slow do you gotta be to kill somebody in the same outfit that you got a picture in on Facebook? That means you slow, broke, dumb, and some more shit. You ain't had no money to go to Walgreens and get you a plane. Whatever.
Let me know what you guys think about this situation in the comment section, and please be sure to like and
I ain't got no thoughts, bro. I think these motherfuckers is dumb, and I think they be wanting to go to jail. That's me personally. What the fuck I think. Do your homework.